Okay, starting at the back edge of your mat then. You've got plenty of space in front, and we're ready to go with the right side. Let's bend the right knee, grab a hold of the foot. We're trying to get knees level, thighs level. Maybe the left arm lifts to the ceiling. And then we step forwards. Warrior one. Nice soft landing. Front knee bent, back leg straight, both arms lifting. From warrior one to warrior two. Heel down, arms out. And then we're going to do our little flow. So we reach the right arm up, the left arm down, leaning back. And then the right arm comes to the thigh. We take the left arm over for side angle bend. And then up to our ascending warrior again. Opening the right side of the body and then down to our side angle bend, opening the left side of the body. Two more. Follow the breath. Up and down. You can breathe in for the lift and breathe out for the lower if you like. Good. From the side angle bend, turn to face the floor this time. And then with the hands down, we're going to go to our three-legged dog. Right leg high. And we go forwards and backwards. So right elbow to right knee. And then back up for the lift. Forwards, left knee this time. Left elbow this time, sorry. And then forwards, right elbow. Back up. And left elbow. Back up. This is a chance to throw in your wild thing. So if you want to do your wild thing pose, we bend that top knee and we drop it over. Out to the right side, out to the left side. And we're reaching over for a wild thing. If you're in your wild thing, look back at the mat. Hand down, kick up. And then bring the foot down to the floor. We're going to do a vinyasa here. So when you're ready, you're going forwards to plank, press, back bend, downward dog. If you're feeling strong this evening, do a second one. Plank, press, back bend, again. Lovely. Okay, time for our little jump. So if you're doing it all in one, or one leg at a time, however you get there, find your way to sitting cross-legged, hands come behind, and we lift the hips, push the knees and the shins forwards and down. Keep the chin tucked in, and then lower the hips. And release the legs, ready to come to a balance on the sitting bones, little boat pose. You can do it with shins parallel to the floor or straight legs. Keep the chest lifted towards the legs, and then lower down halfway, so half boat, the heels are just above the mat, the chin staying tucked, arms stay long, and then release all the way to the floor. Once we're on the mat, we bend the knees one at a time, feet under knees, knees hip width apart, and we breathe in to lift up into a little bridge. Once you're in your little bridge, right leg is going to extend out, get that leg feeling long. If you want to do the extra, the right leg reaches towards the ceiling, only if that's okay for your back. Try and keep the hips level. And then we lower it down, nice and gently, foot to the floor, hips down. Good. And then let's bring the left leg in towards the chest. Extend the right leg away along the mat as you take the left leg out to the left side. And now for a big twist, take that left leg over the body, out to the right side. Strong twist for the whole spine, and then roll onto your front. Take your time to get yourself into a Sphinx pose, sweeping the left leg back behind you. Lovely. From our Sphinx pose, we're going to lower all the way to the floor. Slide the hands back alongside the body, reaching back to the feet. And breathe in to lift to a locust pose. Chin, chest, arms, legs. Looking good. Lower it back down again. Slide the hands underneath the shoulders, palms under shoulders, and either on the knees or a full press up, reverse chaturanga up into a plank. And then from there we bring right knee forwards, right knee, right foot over towards left hip, and into our pigeon pose. So adding up right hip. You might be staying high up in your pigeon pose, the extra back bend, or perhaps it's time to come low and get that extra hip work, extra hip stretch. You do what works for you. Take that breather. Nice resting pigeon pose. Nice passive stretch. Lovely. Good. All right. So come back up onto the hands so that we can step back into downward facing dog. We want to tuck the back toes under and step the right leg back. Move your support out the way. Time for another vinyasa or two. Plank press, back then downward dog. Going through twice if you're feeling up to it this evening. Lovely. Once you've done your vinyasa there, we're doing our hovered knees. So we're going to almost hands and knees. The knees are just above the floor. And now you get your squat choice. Are you going back for malasana, in which case step the feet wider, or are you going back for that balancing squat, that yogic squat with the chest lifted and the knees forwards, in which case keep the feet hip width. Once you've had a breath or two in whatever version of the squat you're doing, bring the hands back to the floor, drop the head, lift the hips for forward fold. From the forward fold, we take the arms wide, reach up, and release the arms to the sides. We're ready to go on the left. So, bend the left knee, grab the foot behind you. We're doing our dancer pose here on the left. Right arm up to the sky, and then warrior one. We're going to step the left foot forwards. Nice soft landing if we can. Front knee bent back, legs straight, and then warrior two. Opening the arms out. Let's go to our ascending warrior, perhaps as we breathe in, and then down to our side angle bend, Pajvakonasana, as we breathe out. Up and down. Two more with the breath. As always, you're all yelling at me because I've got the slowest breath in the world. I apologize. Once you're down in that side angle bend for the fourth time, we turn to face the floor. We get the hands down. We're ready to step to our three-legged dog, left leg high this time. It comes forwards, knee to left elbow, and then back up. Forwards, knee to right elbow, and back up. Once more each side. And then a wild thing, if you fancy it, bending that top knee, and we're going over to the side, feeling that lift, that open. Beautiful. Very good. Look at the mat, hand down, kick back up. Let's bring the foot down as well, so we're in dog. Ready to do our vinyasa again. Plank, press, back bend, downward dog. Do two if you're feeling strong. We did two that first side. Do two this time. Lovely. All right, from there, we're going to jump forward. See if you can get the other leg in front this time, other shin in front this time. Once you're there in that seated position, hands behind, push the knees forwards, lift the hips up. Great. Lovely. Bring it down with the hips and release the legs out in front, ready for a boat pose. Whatever version of boat you fancy doing. Good. Lower it down to a half boat. Take that breath there. And then all the way to the mat. Let's get the feet in underneath the hips, underneath the knees. Ready to breathe in and lift with the hips. When you're in that little bridge, maybe you want to do the left leg extending out or lifting all the way up. It's up to you. You might just want to keep the left foot on the floor for stability. Level hips if we can. And then we get the left foot back on the floor if it's lifted. Drop the hips down to the mat. Left leg away, right knee in, extend the leg up and open out to the side with that right leg. Perfect. Okay, let's go for the twist then. Right leg coming all the way up and over. Big twist. Lovely. To come onto the front body, the right arm comes all the way up and over. Rolling over onto elbows. Sweeping right leg behind. We're in a Sphinx pose. Let's take it to prone. On the floor, face down, arms alongside the body. Lift up to a locust as you breathe in. Chin, chest, arms, legs. You might want to take the extra breath there in the back bend. And then when you're ready to come down, hands go under shoulders. We're tucking the toes. You might be on the knees or perhaps a full reverse chaturanga, pushing up to plank. Once you're up in your plank, left knee forwards this time. Left foot out to the right side. Lowering down onto some support under that left hip for our pigeon pose. Again, it's your choice whether you stay high or come low for that little bit of extra hip work. Either side. Fantastic. All right. Back onto the hands so we can tuck the back toes and step back to downward facing dog. Big step. Moving support out the way. And vinyasa plank. Press. Back bend. Downward dog. 2, if you like. Great. Lovely. All right. Time to hover then. So knees are just above the mat. Wider legs for our garland squat. Closer together for our balance. In our yogic squat. You decide what's best for you this eve. And once you've had a breath or two balancing or getting those hips opening, we can come to a forward fold. Let's bring the fingertips to the floor. Drop the head, lift the hips. Good. And then widen up with the arms. And release the arms by the sides. One full round. We're at the back edge of our mat. Very well done.